What is that one thing that actually makes the difference? What could you do to get your customers excited about you and your business? How can you grab their attention? It's simple. Let's do a test. Which way does your front door open? If I ask you this question, you will probably see your front door in your mind's eye and imagine it opening. Why do you do that? Quite simply because we have asked you a question. And we humans have been trained since our childhood to answer questions. Because even if you don't want to answer the question, you still deal with the content. In the example with the front door, we managed to draw your attention to a certain thing. And most people ask themselves questions all day long anyway. We talk to ourselves in our heads and we look for ways to improve our lives all day long. So when I ask a viewer the question of what could be the one thing that makes the difference, the answer is probably to ask the right question. A few years ago, there was a movie called I, Robot. In that movie, Will Smith was told by the hologram of his former mentor that he just needed to ask the right questions to get the right answers. But the answers would be limited. In fact, there are a lot of people who make money telling other people how to lose weight. Basically, it's always about eating healthier and exercising more. Everybody knows that. So the answers are actually limited. But it's still possible for a trillion-dollar industry to answer the question of how to lose weight or how to eat healthier in different ways over and over again. There are different angles to that. In the fitness industry, it might be more about body fat and how to turn your beer belly into a six-pack. Another angle for healthy eating might be to stock up on nutrient-dense foods and take in as few toxins as possible. And every January, all people start resolving to do the same things again. They would like to become healthier, lose weight and feel good. All of these things have one purpose, and that is to feel better. So what specific questions could you ask your target customers to focus their attention on just that one thing you can help them with? After all, this video content here is all about customer acquisition. Why do we want more customers? Quite simply so we can sell more. And why do we want to sell more? Well, so that we can make more profit. And how does this profit help us? Quite simply, with it we have possibilities to improve our life. Unfortunately, it is still very common to advertise with features instead of focusing on the why. What exactly is the reason why one of your customers buys from you or not? What exactly does he want to achieve to improve his situation? And how can you help him do that? To get the answers to these questions and to be able to ask the right questions yourself, there is a very simple way. Ask. Just take a look at the book by Ryan Levesque. It's called Ask and it helps you to find out with which targeted questions you can really reach your target group. Because often, as a provider, you can't see the forest for the trees yourself. Here's an example. When we asked our target customers a few years ago in which format they would like to receive the content for the programming course for automatic trading, we got a completely different answer than we had actually expected. We had won these customers by presenting them with video content. And of course, we initially assumed that the course content would then be delivered as videos. But in fact, our target group had a completely different idea. Our customers wanted written content. And here's why. First, written content is more searchable than video. And second, you can print out written content. That makes sense for a programming course, right? And even though modern video technology is advancing every day, there is still no reasonable way to print a video, is there? So, ask your customers in what way you can help them improve their own lives. A classic example would be streaming portals like Netflix and Sky. They started providing video content directly over the internet some time ago because the bandwidth was gradually made available to all households. Video stores have largely disappeared from this planet today, because sometimes the format of the presentation makes all the difference. So just ask your customers about that. Okay, that's it for today. If you have any questions or suggestions about the content from this video, feel free to email us. We always reply ourselves and usually within 24 hours. If you need more customers, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you need fast results, check out the premium course on our website. Thanks for your attention and see you in the next video.